as we just heard, these most recent cases from the Browns players are breakthrough cases. That means that they were fully vaccinated yet still contracted the virus. Just more anecdotal proof. Our vaccine efficiency is waning. Here in Ohio, our current positivity rate is back up over 12%. In fact, the most recent number we got from the state, 12.3%. We were in single digits just 2 weeks ago. And now, after 6 straight weeks of declining cases statewide, we saw a pretty significant jump in cases last week, and those numbers appear to be carrying over to the early part of this week.
Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins here now to tell us what's new on the vaccine front and how do we avoid these breakthrough infections. That's the talk of the town right now, especially because of the Browns.
Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Okay,
and of
Mom.
course, wear your mask if you have to, and if you qualify for a booster, get one of those too. But a lot of these breakthrough infections, likely why Pfizer is asking the FDA to expand their boosters to include everybody 18 and up. That could potentially happen before Thanksgiving. Now, remember, an advisory board voted against it in September, which is why boosters are meant for those over 65, those with compromised immune systems, and those in high-risk jobs, which covers about 60% of Americans. But now that we know vaccine protection does wane, boosters may make more sense.
I noticed that the state reported they give us breakthrough death numbers every Thursday, but they don't really tell you how many there were the week before and the week before. So we started tracking them, and I noticed in the last 2 weeks, we've had more breakthrough deaths in the state of Ohio than we had in the first 40 weeks. And I got to thinking that can't be right. So I know you dug into those numbers. How do we explain that?
Yeah, I knew you were going to be like, why are there more than 200 people dying in the last couple of weeks? Well, look, Ohio hit a very, very grim milestone. We've now had more than 25,000 COVID-related deaths since the pandemic began. But since the beginning of the year, 10,653 unvaccinated people died and 490 fully vaccinated people died. Now, that latter number more than doubled recently. I asked the Ohio Department of Health if we really had a huge surge in breakthrough deaths. The answer, no. Death stats always lag behind, and breakthrough data is analyzed cumulatively, not on a week-by-week basis. Updates can take up to 6 months to get. So data reported in the last 2 weeks actually dates back to deaths reported in April of 2021, and those deaths could have occurred much earlier than that. So also, keep in mind, the state was pushing local health departments to catch up on their reporting. Unvaccinated people still make up 96% of COVID deaths this year. So consider it, it was a big data dump. But yeah, it's really scary.
The numbers scared me at first.
Yeah, if you're looking at it and you're keeping track like stats guy over here. So, you know.
All right, well, that's a great explanation. Thank you.
Let's talk about kids and vaccines, young kids and vaccines. How's that going?
Yeah, well, according to the CDC, more than 430,000 kids under 12 have now received their first dose of the COVID vaccine. Studies show only about 30% of parents are rushing out to get their kids vaccinated, so that number may increase over the next several weeks. Now, on a personal note, guys, I tried to get my flu shot today at a local drugstore, and I was told, nope, you got to make an appointment for a flu shot.
Because you normally can just walk in,
Exactly.
right? They have those signs, walk-ins welcome.
Right, not where I went. And they told me to go online to do so, so I figured, you know, the booster and the flu shot. The appointments were backed up for days. If
Really?
not, yeah, and it was ridiculous. And I mean, I was only checking at one place, but I was shocked. So with kids and with people getting boosters and flu shots, if you need one, now's the time to make that appointment.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much, Monica.